Tatum passes to Hauser. Pass to Pritchard. To stop the run. Boston, no good that time either. Portland in total control. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to health. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
Brown is checked in for the Celtics. White comes in for Pritchard. Drops in the tray.
And Porzingis will make you pay if you collapse off of him. That's just inviting trouble.
Worthy, no good. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. Boston shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Outside Holiday. Celtics passing it around. Here's Brown driving the lane. And the rebound goes to Nash. Pass to Drexler. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Drexler's got his 2nd basket.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's White. And Bull sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Bull. The Celtics making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in. There's 1:26 left in the second quarter. And here's Holiday. He has yet to score. Porzingis finds White. Just 3 to shoot from deep three-point land.
And the timing from George there on the rejection.
It's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. 59 seconds left in the first half of the game. George against White. Pass to Holiday for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. George up top. He's covered by Brown. And the basket by Yao.
This is why they get Yao the ball inside. He's basically unguardable this close to the rim.
Down low. Here's Adams. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that is key for them, continuing to build out this lead.
The Celtics shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And he's good on the 2nd. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
And Andre Robertson is going to pick up the foul. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 16 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And George with this stuff.
And holding nothing back there. George gives the dunk his all.
Here's Brown. And finished off by Brown.
How about that? Flying high to send that one down. And you know what? When you've got the athleticism and explosion of a player like that, bigger guys are still at your mercy.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Portland out in front, delivering the blowout. Time now for the halftime break. with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. A fantastic game from Steve Nash in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
On the floor for Portland, they've got Wilkins. Now is out there with Steven Adams. Then there's Robertson. And it's George in at the three, the small forward. And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hardworking. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
Shot's good by Wilkins.
Boy, he is quick off his feet and really stronger than he looks. Wilkins can burn you in that painted area.
Holiday against Wilkins. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Brown finds Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Tatum's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's George into the lane. And then George with the jam.
And putting his explosive athleticism on.
This game's literally a joke. You play perfect defense. Hand goes to the ball left and right on every single play.
In full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Brown against Yao. Yao draws the double. Takes a three. The shot's good from Robertson. Robertson's got 5 points so far.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. You get down the floor before the defense is set.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
Pass to Tatum. Out to the right wing. The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's Brown. Buried from 15 feet out.
Well, you got to know the scouting report on Brown. He's solid cashing in from the mid-range.
And he makes that one. Roberson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They just won. Don't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
How about the high-flying acrobatics by Wilkins on that? Yeah, they call him the human highlight film.
Stolen by Wilkins. Here's George. The shot's good on the assist from Wilkins. He's got 13.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Pass to Holiday. Yao with the block.
And you have to appreciate the reach of Mean. Superb at putting himself in a good position there to block the shot.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again.
Y'all beat the air out that ball.
Big-time rejection.
Austin making some changes. Tillman, he's checked in for Porzingis. Horford comes in for Tatum. And it's Pritchard in for White. 1:06 left in the third. Holiday, the pass to Tillman. And he banks in the layup. Tillman's got his second bucket.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And finished off by Yao.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
It's stolen by Wilkins. And a dunk by Robertson.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Holiday, the pass to Pritchard. Sinks the triple.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the three.
Robertson dishes to Yao. Kick out to Adams. And here's Wilkins from the arc. Trains the three-pointer. Wilkins has got 9 points in the quarter.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
And I'm not sure it's even possible to throw it too high for Dominique. He has a vertical plus the length, and that's an alley-oop waiting to happen every time he runs the floor.
And so it's Portland enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Tatum and Horford man the post positions. And it's Springer in at the 2. That's the Boston 5.
You can tell Dominique Wilkins just has that extra edge to his game. He's always hunting down his next bucket and willing to fight to get it.
Both free throws good from Wilkins. And so it's Boston with it. Outside Tatum. Horford sets a screen for Tatum. Pass to Horford. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Horford's got his first basket.
And it's the long arms and broad shoulders that make Horford such a tough matchup inside. Teams try to get physical with him, but he's usually up to the challenge.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Richmond for three. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
And Drexler throws it down.
How about the explosive vertical there? Not much you can do to stop Drexler once he gets to the rim.
Tatum passes to Pritchard. Here's Hauser. Worthy defending. 6 on the shot clock. On the top of the key. Tatum no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone was afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. He takes it in. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
White the pass to Porzingis. Boston, no good that time either. And so here's Portland. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
It's just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
That's tipped. Richmond with the steal. And it's Richmond finishing it off.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Portland?
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end. And Duncan just superb when he gets in close to the basket. Has a number of moves to choose from and that soft, delicate touch near the rim.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Porzingis with a screen on Worthy. There's Brown with the 3. Portland grabs the miss.
Well, I don't love him taking that shot, especially with the defense right there.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for White. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 19-7 run. Here's the floater. And Richmond with the nice bucket inside.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Holiday against Richmond. And Holiday kicks to White. Pass to Brown. Porzingis at the elbow. Worthy dishes to Drexler. Driving to the basket. And finished off by Drexler.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
And the dunk was nice, Kevin, but the move he made to free himself up was a thing of beauty.
It sure was, Greg. What a savvy play to get into position for that jam. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
And James Worthy gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. Now a timeout called by Portland. They're in front. What's your take, guys?
And the game pretty much over. Curious timeout here.
Well, they could be trying to just make a change just so their subs can close this game out.
And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. That free throw good from Drew Holiday. Both good from the line that time. 23 seconds left in the 4th. Outside, Drexler. And that comes off the assist by Duncan.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here. Six seconds left to play here in the 4th. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button. I will be back on later for sure. I should have did these earlier. I totally forgot to do them, but I started getting into the game, and I'm not sure what I'll do when I get back on. But I will be back on later for sure.